Dude, that bug got loud. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Real Talk. It's your host, Dalton Mersinger. I don't know if I want to say host, but it's me. I'm here. Today we're talking about discipline. And I know everybody always talks about discipline. It's a very common topic to talk about, so I'm going to try and give y'all my experience and give y'all what I know about discipline, how it's changed the course of my life, how it's changed how I do things. Basically, discipline, the definition of it, not the dictionary one, but it's doing things that you don't really feel like doing, you're not always motivated to do, but doing it anyway. Doing it because you know you have to do it, doing it because you know you got to get it done. Doing it because you know that it's the right thing to do. And especially as Christians, this is something that we should be doing in our daily lives. Like Paul says many times, we may not feel like doing good and stuff, but like he's talking about evil and that, and the evil he doesn't want to do, he does it. The good he wants to do, he doesn't do. We don't always feel like doing good in that, but we gotta try and do it anyway. We gotta try and be a better person. That's how we become better Christians. When it comes to praying, when it comes to reading the Word, it takes discipline. I know many days I really don't feel like reading, especially maybe if you're reading a book that's a longer one. Like right now I'm reading Leviticus, and it's a bunch of rules, and like old rules that aren't as relevant now, that I go by, obviously. Rules that they had to follow, the Jewish people did. So it's very lengthy. It's stuff that I don't even completely understand, and it's hard to stay motivated to read it sometimes, but you gotta realize that there's still good things. There's good things in the whole Bible, and reading God's Word, God speaks to us through it. It's how we get to know our God more, know the story, know the history of how all this stuff came to be. It's pretty great. I mean, Genesis was actually pretty interesting. I didn't think it was going to be that interesting, but it actually was. That was a pretty good book. I'm looking forward to getting to the Proverbs and all that. And that's actually what I have in store for this video, for a lot of verses that talk about disciplines in Proverbs a lot. From King Solomon. He was a very, very wise dude who sat and studied a lot, and he was very serious about discipline. Discipline for me, I didn't have discipline for a long time. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games and slept till noon all the time when I didn't have school, obviously, like during breaks and that. And I didn't really, I wouldn't go to the gym that much unless it was convenient for me. If my dad was going, and yes, if I wanted to go, I was like, okay. Then I just do upper body and legs. That was my day, just 2 days. So I just switched off. I do random machines. Sorry, I got pizza sauce literally all over me because I dropped this spaghetti stuff I just heated up in the microwave because it's too hot, and I got it everywhere. It's all over me. But anyway, I didn't ever feel like doing anything. I really didn't. I was lazy as crap. I didn't like working outside. I didn't like going and doing much of anything. I was freaking lazy. That's what I was. And it's crazy that I did cross country in that, with that mindset especially. And I think that's why I got better, because I changed my mindset about a lot of that stuff. The whole reason I did cross country was because my parents asked me to do it, and I had ran 5Ks forever. My dad did it in high school, so I did it, and my friends did it, so that's why I did it. And I think discipline really helped me get better, because just doing the workouts, doing the stuff, putting the actual effort in to try things, even when you don't feel like doing it, even when it hurts, you still go and you try your hardest because you want to do good in your race. That's the whole point of it. And we need discipline for work. We need discipline for all this stuff. If you want to go and you want to start your own business, or say start your own YouTube channel, say start anything, you're not going to feel like doing it. There's going to be days that, like, it sounds great in the beginning. You're like, oh man, I'm going to be doing my own thing, all this cool stuff. And then after a while of doing it, and it's going slow at first, because there's so many times that's going to be like that. And you're not going to feel like doing it all. You're going to be like, what's the point in this, bro? This is slowing me down for my whole life. This sucks. I don't want to freaking do this. I don't feel motivated to record this video today. I don't feel motivated to stay up late at night working on this business. But you do it anyway because you care about it that much. You do it anyway because of the dream that you had about it from the beginning. That's what you got to think about. With the gym, it took me a big awakening to get into going to the gym. And then it became, for me, with discipline, I can make myself obsessed with things. And at this point, I'm obsessed with the gym. I'm obsessed with content and stuff like that. That's why I still do these. Because over a while, with discipline, you start doing something you don't really feel like doing. Whether it's the gym, going running, going and working on something. Eventually, it becomes habit. And eventually, it becomes, I've been doing this as a streak for so long that I don't want to stop doing it. And that's what a lot of this stuff has become. It's become a streak. It's become, I don't miss, so why should I today? That's what it's truly become. And that's true discipline. That's when it doesn't even, like all the people out there like Goggins and all them, they say like, you don't need enough motivation, you need discipline. And it's true. Like, even when stuff gets busy, even when stuff gets tough, this stuff that you've been working on, you figure out how to fit it in. Doesn't matter if you don't feel like doing it. Doesn't matter if you think you're so busy, you're so stressed out. You figure out how to fit it in. You figure out how to get your crowd done, how to get your running, how to get your workout on, whatever it is. And that's the great thing about it, bro. Once you develop that worth ethic of doing that kind of stuff, it just, you get in that groove and you don't want to quit. That's just who you are at that point. And it's amazing. It's amazing because you can use discipline to work with getting away from sin. Like I was saying with the streak thing, like I've said this before, I don't think we should really be trying to keep track as much as how many days it's been since we've sinned last, because even if you've been going for a long time, you can mess up and fall back into that. And then whenever you do, that's going to be a huge down, and you're going to feel like you're so far gone from God, but you're really not. You're really not. Because even the people, the apostles, they've slipped up, they've messed up too, and they've gone so far, bro. But when you keep that discipline of not sinning, it becomes kind of a streak thing too in a way, because like you've gone that far without doing it. It just like, the longer you go without the sin, it's like the easier it is to not do it. Unless you get in a tough spot where it pushes you to want to like relapse and go and do it again, it feels like so easy not to do it. Because I feel like once we accept Christ, once we start diving farther into him, once we start working on not sinning, like he cleans us, he takes that away. And once we start focusing on Christ, we start focusing on the new habits we have in Christ, slowly like our desire to do that sin fades away. And that's what I believe is how we beat lust, how we stop doing those things, is just by focusing on God, focusing on discipline through not doing it, and through the habits that we've developed now. And through that, you can beat lust. Through that, you can become a better person. Through that, you can become someone who you didn't even think you could become. And that's what's crazy, bro. It's crazy to me with discipline, because I didn't even think like right now I'm trying to train for like a marathon. I didn't think like every once in a while for cross we do a long run on Saturday, and we'd run like 10 miles, and that would cook me. For like half that day, I'd be freaking beat. And my stomach was all jacked up and all that stuff. Like, I could not run 10 miles for crap. And now I run that like 6 days a week. That's what's nuts to me, bro. Like, to me now, like running 10 miles feels faster and feels more normal than running like 3 or something. Like 3, I feel like takes forever, because I'm like, feel like it's gonna be so short. but like it's not, because I'm just like counting the time. I'm thinking about so much because I feel like it's going to be shorter than it actually is. So the whole thing of discipline is get yourself in that groove, get yourself into that like obsession with it, get yourself into that I have to do this, I have to fit it in. God's watching. Remember that too. Remember that God is watching you and he will reward your hard work. And even if maybe you don't want to pray, maybe you don't want to talk to God, maybe you don't want to get closer to him, if you use discipline and you make yourself, God doesn't care if you don't really feel like it. He's just happy you're talking to him, and he will help you with that. And slowly you start talking to God, you start seeing your life change. You'll actually want to talk to God, and it'll change, bro. It'll become, you just always talk to God, you know? You'll just have that closeness again. So stay locked in, guys. And, I'm going to give you guys these verses. So, I have a few verses of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 23. It says, they die for their lack of discipline, and because of their great folly, they are lost. Without discipline, what can you do, bro? You don't feel like getting out of bed this morning. You don't feel like going into work on time. You're going to get fired. You're not going to make it anywhere. So you're lost, bro. You're lost. If you can't be disciplined enough to quit drinking, to quit using your hands in ways you shouldn't be, you're lost, bro. You're lost, and you're going to keep getting stuck into that addiction further and further. In Proverbs 12, Proverbs 12 verse 1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but those who hate to be rebuked are stupid. I can't believe it says stupid in the Bible. Like, I feel like it's more like a modern word. It kind of shocked me when I seen that earlier when I found this verse. But basically, discipline is knowledge. Discipline is like a whole nother level. Like, once you can just do things, like make yourself do things, you can get things done. If you're still on the barrier of you can't get out of bed, you can't do stuff because you don't feel like it, then dude, you're not even on that wavelength yet of achieving anything great. I'm just going to be honest with you. And when it says those who hate to be rebuked are stupid, you have to take, when people call you out on something, when people say that what you're doing is wrong, you got to take that and learn from it, because they're saying it for a reason. You can learn something from that. So whenever someone tells you something like that, take that and listen to them. Proverbs 13 verse 1 says, a wise child loves discipline, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. This is like I was just saying. Wise person, knowledgeable person, they love discipline because it builds you up. It puts you on a whole nother level. But if you can't listen to someone telling you that you're wrong, telling you that you're lazy, that you're not doing what you need to do, they're probably right, bro, and you just don't want to listen to it because you know they're right. You know you need to get up. Listen to people, because the people talking around you, dude, if they're actually taking time to actually call you out on something, then they probably could be right. Especially if it's someone who cares about you, they're probably right. Listen to them. 2 Peter chapter 4 verse 7, it says, the end of all things is near. Therefore be serious and discipline yourselves for the sake of your prayers. The things that you've been praying for, the dreams you want to do, time is running out. Jesus is going to come back soon. I'm not saying he's going to come back within our lifetime, but I'm saying he's going to come back eventually. You got to discipline yourself to get your act together. We're all going to die eventually. We don't know when our time is coming. So we need to discipline ourselves. Get our act together and work on these dreams. Work on the prayers, the things that we've been praying about, like it says, before we run out of time. So, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope this helped. If you guys have any questions about discipline, any questions about anything regarding the Bible or self-improvement, or you're struggling to get in the gym, message me, comment, anything, dude. I'd love to help. So, thank you guys for listening. Get your act together. Get the freak out of bed. And honestly, let me say this part real quick. Get up early in the morning and don't stay up late at night. I feel like staying up late at night, there's not much good that comes out of it. Unless you're working, unless you're doing something productive, there's not that much good that comes out of staying up late at night. And I'm not trying to be your mom, but when we stay up late at night, we get overtired, we get in the mood, we get sad, we get lonely, we get on Snapchat, we go and text people we should be texting, we go and send pictures or go and do things we shouldn't be doing. So just don't even stay up late at night. Go to bed, get that extra sleep, get up early in the morning, and go run, go work out. When you get up early in the morning, like I'm telling you, when you get up at like 8 o'clock or like say people who get up at noon, your whole morning is gone. Half of your day is already gone. If you get up early in the morning, you get a lot more out of your day than when you get up later. Trust me on that. So discipline yourself, get your act together. Real talk. Real talk.